downhill runner.
Miami very effective running the ball last week at Toledo. Homer got 16 carries, DJ Dallas 17. Here is Thomas slipping away, and a first down across midfield for Jeff Thomas. From Bowling Green, but he graduated early, so he has another year of eligibility remaining after this. Morgan with nowhere to go, swarmed under for a sack and a loss of 9.
Boy, this reminds you of the days of glory for the Miami front four when they were, you know, guys like Russell Maryland were up front. Gerald Willis is playing arguably as good as anybody at defensive tackle in the country. Transfer from Florida that transfer has really lit a fire under him, and he's become quite a player.
Miami leads the nation in tackles for loss. They get one on the first play, and FIU loses one on the second play. Back-to-back TFLs, and it was John Garvin who was in on that first sack along with Joe Jackson.
You cannot just throw the football up over the middle of the field. Take the sack. We're going to punt it anyway. There's nothing there. Take the sack. Let's punt and play defense.
Punter is Stone Wilson, a 4-year starter. In the air to Jeff Thomas, and returnable from his 22. Thomas gets a block and another big one. Thomas is to midfield. Jeff Thomas with a juke. Thomas appears to be home free. One defender from behind. A miss on a diving tackle try, and Jeff Thomas has taken it home. However, there is a flag back at the 44-yard line.
There may be a hold right around that area as he was setting up a block and making his cut back inside.
And we caught in between series on the sideline N'Kosi Perry, the backup quarterback, getting loose for Miami. Cade Weldon, the third stringer, playing catch with him.
Did not surprise me whatsoever to see him early. A shuffle and look. There are defensive linemen saying hello to him.
It's Phillips here, and a few defensive linemen say hello to him for a loss of 3. Gerald Willis, 7 tackles for loss in the first 3 weeks, and he has another.
Just a tremendous athlete. He's a captain this week. Right in the A-gap between the center and the right guard, and you see the quickness in which he operates is just unbelievable for a big guy that size, over 300 pounds.
He's a heck of a story, Willis. Florida transfer, took a leave of absence from football last year. Now one of the dominant linemen in the entire country. Morgan with a short one here on 3rd and long, near the 42. And Sterling Palmer, the tight end, is a couple of yards short.
Across the 40, and as you mentioned, just going to come up a little bit short. And am I surprised? It's surprising that FIU's not able to get their running game going. Both Phillips and Maxwell, when you turn the film on with those 3 interior offensive linemen, Budwick, Connell, and Williams, it's impressive. The zone blocking that they're able to do, those are one-cut backs. They don't waste a lot of time. But right now, Miami's defensive line owning the line of scrimmage.
DJ Dallas gives Jeff Thomas a breather, and fair catches this punt. A good one from Stone Wilson. A kick of 47 with no return. Who will be the quarterback for Miami on its 3rd drive? We find out shortly. Malik Rozier was 2 of 3, but it is a quarterback change, and N'Kosi Perry, the redshirt freshman, will get his first really meaningful series as the Miami Hurricane. It's a 3rd and 6 staring him down. Hurricanes are 0 for 2 today. Perry will take off and dart close to the marker, hit by Emmanuel Lubin up from the cornerback spot. The marker was down. It's a gain of about 6, depends on the spot, and it is a first down.
Yeah. We need him back in the ball game.
Quick tempo once again. This is Jordan. Once again, a good pickup for the true freshman tight end. A first down, a gain of 11.
Yeah.
After the punt return, which was a 78-yard touchdown negated due to a holding penalty. Running room for DJ Dallas to the 40-yard line of FIU. And we may be in the midst of another big afternoon for DJ Dallas. He gained 16 yards.
Excellent run, but you got to be careful. Watch the end of this run, in which showing some toughness, the offensive line doing a great job, but as he goes out of bounds, that right there, the punch thrown.
4 carries each for Homer and Dallas so far. Travis with a 5th. Good move there. Homer created space. Now across the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Travis Homer scores from 35 yards away. His first score of the season.
What a cut right in the middle by Travis Homer to free himself up, and then it turned into a foot race. Nice job of pulling around Von Donaldson, and then it was all Travis Homer getting himself to the house. Christian Alexander, a change at quarterback for FIU as well.
Third drive for both teams with a new player. Alexander's first pass swatted away. Trajan Bandy with an interception last game knocked it away.
He went outside and almost had it picked off.
Devontae Price, the running back, on second down. James Morgan, and then hopefully renew the rivalry after that. Quarterback still N'Kosi Perry for a second straight drive, and he hits Brevin Jordan again. All 3 of Perry's completions have gone to his true freshman tight end, and Jordan has another first down.
Well, I don't know how reps are distributed in practice, but 2 guys coming in, you know, you got a true freshman and then a redshirt freshman. They've thrown a pass or 2 to one another. There seems to be chemistry there, and it's showing itself right now.
Miami will honor the 1983 national championship team at halftime today, and Howard Schnellenberger is scheduled to lead them through the tunnel into smoke. N'Kosi Perry completes his first pass of the quarter. It's a touchdown to Lawrence Cager. 2 drives and 2 scores for N'Kosi Perry in Miami. This one a hookup of 26.
Boy, I mean, it was a dart to Cager, and he never missed a step. Put it right between the 1 and the 8. And looks it off, bang, 8 right in the middle. And then Cager finishes it off with 1 move and a dive into the end zone. But what a pretty throw and catch. It's early.
It's very early. Christian Alexander still the quarterback for FIU, which still can't get anything going on the ground.
And controlled right now.
FIU's only first down is via penalty. Morgan with a little bit of time takes a shot for Wharton, and it is intercepted. Sheldrick Redwine has the takeaway, and Sheldrick Redwine will hop his way over to the turnover chain.
Boy, what a break by the senior safety. And that's the strength of the defense, the back end. Give him the turnover chain.
And it's Malik Young who puts the turnover chain on Redwine, the defensive back for the Hurricanes, who had a career-ending neck injury in the Orange Bowl last year. He is still with the team as a student assistant. Young is now the giver of the turnover chain, and it's Redwine who gets to fire up the crowd.
When he's a safety, it's his first year playing safety after moving over from corner, and he made one heck of a break on the football and talked about how important it was for FIU on that drive with field position to put something together, and then Miami just slams the door with a Sheldrick Redwine interception. How about that? Shout out to you, to Mom.
Yes, at a point. Possibly fatal, it was discovered afterward. Was in a brace for a while, but he operates with no restrictions now, except for he can't play football. Still around the team, though, and an absolute inspiration to the Canes. Harley with a great catch off a bubble. Mike Harley's going to have a first down.
That is the reason right there why Thomas Brown said, hey, the guy just worked himself into the rotation.
For 9 throwing the ball. Perry will take off here, run for the first down, maybe a lot more. To midfield for N'Kosi Perry. Miami marches on behind its redshirt freshman, a run of 17.
Boy, and they've been inviting it the entire first half, where you split the linebackers and now you're just one-on-one. It's just yourself and the middle linebacker, Edwin Freeman, who can't track him down, or actually does.
Drives 2 touchdowns for N'Kosi Perry, and this one a drive of 5+ minutes so far. Perry will sling it into double coverage. It is reeled in by Mike Harley.
Wow. What a throw and an even better catch. And Mike Harley is having some first half here for Miami. Knew that middle of the field with the 2 safeties were open, and someone, whether it's Brevin Jordan or one of the slot receivers, but boy, does he come through and make a nice catch for Perry. Right now, a quick completion.
Won't take it. They're going to try to keep running the ball. I understand that, Andre. You want to establish a run, but they're getting nothing.
Sometimes you have to abandon the game plan. The times by now if I'm in the game.
Maurice Alexander's in the slot. Morgan will keep it. It's a 6th tackle for a loss for Miami. Gerald Willis and John Garvin yet again blowing it up in the Panther backfield. Played so far.
Well, this set says run it.
Perry says throw it, and throw it he does to Harley again. Across the 30-yard line, out of bounds to the 26, pulled down late. Mike Harley has become N'Kosi Perry's go-to guy in this first half.
Boy, excellent job of recovering. First a bad snap that's low, but then not staring it down. He looks at one safety, pulls him off the hash mark, and that allows Mike Harley to come wide open. Boy, Jordan, I like him in the middle of the field. It is there for the taking.
Perry looking that way, floats it for Jordan. Get used to hearing that combination. N'Kosi Perry to Brevin Jordan.
And for a long time, my man, they're both freshmen. One a true freshman in Brevin Jordan, and then the other in N'Kosi Perry, a redshirt freshman. But it was just there. It's been there for a while. Nice move to get himself off the line of scrimmage. And what a throw by Perry to cap the drive off. Over the shoulder. That is beautiful. Hitting wide open, just widen him out and get him going up the field.
Maurice Alexander in the slot. FIU's stubbornness on getting a running game going continues. A loss of 3 for Phillips. Gerald Willis, no surprise. They are both expected to make full recoveries and to play football again. But it has been certainly on the minds and hearts, Andre, of this FIU team that they're wearing a decal with
foolishness like that.
Never. 3rd and long. FIU still hasn't converted a first down in the game. James Morgan is sacked. Joe Jackson, 6'5", 265 junior, a name to remember. Next year or the year after that in the draft, he is a talented kid.
It's still waiting for routes to develop down the field, and your offensive line has more on their plate than they can handle. And so it's got.
That was the year after Butch Davis was the head coach. Now at FIU. Travis Homer.
Boy, has he had some game. One cut and let's get it. And Travis Homer is, I'll tell you this, a lot of people in the NFL like backs that don't hesitate and they run the football downhill. And you get it. It's one cut right there and let's go. Love what Travis Homer has done this afternoon.
90 yards on only 11 carries. Last week it was DJ Dallas, the bell cow in the run game. This week Homer. One more time, he has that burst once he sees the hole. First down Miami, and a run of 13 this time.
Nothing makes you feel better. Jair Jones, the left guard, congratulating the running back. Hey, see that hole I opened up for you? Love it. Big fellas on both sides of the football, and that's how you win and control football games, when you can take over the line of scrimmage. And Miami's O-line has done that in this ball game.
Third straight for Homer. Couple of good cuts early. Homer finds the open space. That's 3 first down runs in a row. Up over 110 yards on the afternoon. His 4th career 100-yard game.
Boy, Venzel Bulware throws a nice block. He's lined up at left guard. Now he's at right guard. Watch this kick-out block for Homer. Bam! Right there, and then obviously he's off to the races. What a block by the big fella, number 4.
Rushing yards, and you have more than 178 yards more than the other team as the defense has done their part. Cager back of the end zone. Is he in? Yes. Touchdown, Miami.
That, my friend, is why you never let your guard down and think you're not going to get the football with a quarterback like N'Kosi Perry in the ball game. Steps up, the eyes right back down the field, and Cager breaks to the corner of the end zone, and it is right on the money. What a talent Mark Richt has on his hands at quarterback in Pittsburgh.
But you work for the
Steelers.
Texans now. You're in the same conference. We're going to scrub
They're
this.
winless too.
We're going to scrub this from the tape on the rear.
Oh, boy.
Big hit.
Boy.
Sterling Palmer was crushed. Ball came out along the sideline. Looked like the hit came from Miami's Gervin Hall.
Another true freshman who has really come on strong. And does he close on the football? My! But he is somewhat firmly entrenched.
Yeah.
His feet in the shoes, so to speak.
Seems we know the answer. It's a matter of when we may get it for the future. Perry on 3rd and 9.
Love
Head
it.
down. First down, full head of steam.
Love it.
14 on the run.
Sometimes you got to know the situation as a quarterback and where the chains are. There are opportunities in which you should slide and get down and protect yourself, but then you put yourself on the line sometimes for your team. This guy's just playing football, showing you some toughness and a little bit of grit.
You know, Mark Richt said after the Savannah State game when Perry threw an interception, the interception was probably Richt's fault.
With a touchdown run.
N'Kosi Perry, probably the big story of this game, and he sets up the screenplay to DJ Dallas, the converted wide receiver who can still get out and run like one.
It's Cager at the top or not, but that's exactly where I'd be going with it.
That's the Evidence Njoku, but it'll go to Lingard on the ground, and Lorenzo Lingard breaks it to the 25-yard line. 17 yards.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's another true freshman.
3rd and 5, Lingard slips a tackler, runs for a first down. Lorenzo Lingard is inside the 10.
And you see what Tua is able to do, but equally as impressed with the young redshirt freshman here in Miami.
Weldon on a 3rd down. Sticks it in the gut of Davis. And Cameron Davis has a first down.
I've been impressed with him. Number 5. And I'm talking about Muhammad Ali.
So you've got that one higher? You have the Boise thrown 5. I have an opinion on this.